So, hold on, not this one. Oh shit, this isn't the thread. Neither is this one. Hold on, I got you right now. I got you right now. Hold on, I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna load it on the other page. Oh, you can't wait to see this one. This one's gonna be fucking great. This one's great. This one's just great. This shit is just undeniably, facetiously great. So this guy, my a fellow video filmmaker, is like the fact that New York State refused to shut down is insanity to me. Yeah, people are literally dying. Some old dude in a fancy room. We can't shut down the economy, or we can't shut down. That'll mess up the economy. Like the money's that. Give 151,000 people $1 million. Watch the economy explode. Like, so here we go. Here we go. Why? Let's finish off the small businesses. Barely, he didn't spell businesses right. Should have been my first. Great idea. As a small business, another culture would finish us off. Meanwhile, I need to explain to you guys that a small business can be put in a category as any business not publicly traded on the stock market and or doesn't have a massive retail chain. That is a lot of businesses. You'd be surprised. COVID is another life risk we'll just have to deal with. You can die in a car accident on the way to work. We'll just have to be more vigilant and take precautions. COVID is here to stay for a long while. Stairs in New Zealand. Stairs in Australia. But you know what he meant leading. But you know what the leading cause of death is? Living. We can't keep hiding from and expect shit to work out, not unless the government enacts universal basic income. I didn't even peep that last part of his comment. I feel like I see the edited button. I feel like he just threw that in there. Yeah, he did, you fucking liar. He just threw that shit in there because he realized he was wrong. Oh shit, he tried to make us look dumb. Sounds like a problem with capitalism. Like it or not, capitalism is our system. Capitalism is not a problem. The whole world just broke. I know what I just said. The problem is that capitalism allows greedy people to gain control by exploiting the work and ethics, the work ethic and the actual labor of other people. If there was a system in place just somewhere down the road where, like, if you work for a company and you're the stock boy, you get 2 shares in the company. All of a sudden, the conversation shifts. Oh, if this company's doing well, then I'm doing well. So if I get paid $12, $13 an hour, that's okay. Because they're not leaving me out of the conversation of, damn, all this wealth, the stock market's going up. Now I can gain wealth off of that too and help improve my life. That would be a great system, which is a thing that we tried before. And I don't have enough history on that. It was like a worker share thing. I don't have enough history off the top of my head to think about that to say this with full confidence. But that is a thing. I know some companies have done it, and I'm not sure which those are, but for the sake of the conversation, that exists. So I'm not terribly upset that it doesn't exist. I just think it should exist, everywhere, but far be it from me to say that. Ooh, I hit the mic, sorry. If you prefer communism, there's countries to move to. All right, it's time for this part. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that with me. Don't do that in a conversation. I hate Republicans who say that, and Democrats, left-leaning people, never say that shit because I think they're actively the ones trying to change. So maybe there's a literal reason why that rhetoric doesn't come out of that side of the argument. But don't do that shit. Don't hit me with the if you don't like it, you could leave thing. Because when black people were slaves, we didn't like it, and we couldn't just up and leave. Like, that's such a dark thing to say, but it's true. When women were getting abused and they had to fight for women's suffrage or women's rights and the idea of even the right to work and better working conditions, there was a bunch of people saying, well, if you don't like it, just leave. What money? Bro, what am I doing? Where is this stuff that you're talking about? Where am I getting it from? Where is it? Sometimes I just want to throw shit. Like at this point, bro, sometimes I just want to throw shit. Like, you don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you don't like it, you could leave. Because you're not a capitalist either. How do you like it? Because you have just a little bit more cookie than I have crumb. So like you're good. I'm okay with it. That's fine. Like you got a little bit more of the pie than I did. So you sitting there with your slice talking about I got it good. And I'm like, bro, did you not realize that your pie has no filling in it? Like, are you that dense? Like, are you that dense? Are you that fucking stupid? Like, all right. So, the leading cause of death is living. Oh boy, that one, yo. When I see shit like that, I'm like, all right, okay, hold on. Target acquired. With the red eyes and oh word. Let's talk about it. Yo, so profits over human lives. America. Glad people are very proud of that. Yo, they'll shout this shit from the rooftops. I, I sent for capitalism. Please, Jeff Bezos overlord, give me some of it. It's like you expect trickle down economics, don't get it, and then get a little piece of your own. And you're like, see, it does work. The system works, guys. The system fucking works, guys. Meanwhile, fuck it. I'm gonna get personal real quick. Y'all live to sit for the system. Meanwhile, my father can't even get his fucking glasses fixed because it costs too much money because insurance won't cover it. Bitch, what am I supposed to use to see? Like, oh. Yo, senior citizens can't even get their dental work done. What am I supposed to eat with? My gums? Like, yo. Y'all live in this duopoly of literally people not being able to meet their basic resources and needing to sit in offices where they could be looking for having time to find work. You ever sit in the HRA office? That shit is depressing. They could put some music on. They could have some board games. That's really like if we all sitting here poor as shit, depressed, sad, let's get a little dance floor going. Let's get a third room chill out session. Shit. On the fourth floor of every department for social services, that's the weed room. Everybody smoke a joint. We come back downstairs. Yeah, man, my bill late and shit. I don't know what to do. Let's hook you up. Let's help you out. Because clearly you're not a bad person for being poor. Why do we criminalize being poor? How you get your lights shut off because you can't afford it? You show means that you can't afford it, and they be like, shut your shit off. But the president of the United States could pay $750 of taxes, and we're like, this is what you want? This is what you sit for? This is your shit? This your shit, baby boy? Like, this is shit? What are you expecting? What are you expecting out of this system? Do you really think it'll give the majority of poor people a chance to rise up? Hold on. I'm about to break capitalism right now. I got y'all right now. Hold on. I got you. Quote this shit from me. Quote this shit from me. Oh, you meant the call up top. Sorry. Yeah, I see what's happening. This is the thing. Quote this shit from me real quick. If that were the case, if that were the fucking case, then why is it that the wealth of I gotta post this. I'm sorry. I know we haven't even gotten through the thread. I gotta post this shit. I hold on. I gotta tell people I just broke this shit down. And I didn't even realize I was gonna hit that. I didn't even realize I hit this point. I didn't even realize, like, I didn't even realize it. I'm sorry. I didn't even fucking realize it till I said it out loud. All right, so we're gonna talk about the main failure of capitalism because it's time. It's fucking time. If capitalism is so great, then why is it that we don't like pyramid schemes? Oh, that shit too wild for you? You don't get what I'm coming with that? I'm gonna show you right now. Why is it that there's a small nugget at the top that owns most of the wealth? There's a larger trapezoid that like kind of has the rest of it, and then there's a wide base at the bottom that has none, barely any. If we hate Ponzi fucking schemes so hard, if we hate pyramid schemes, isn't all of America one big pyramid scheme? Isn't everything designed where there's one person at the top that earns the most and everybody else just has whatever's left? That don't sound like a system designed to say the people at the bottom should never be able to move up to the top unless through specific circumstances. I hate that whole idea about opportunity, about this, that, and the other, about how, bro, like, I hate this idea that like we can even talk about this without having to bring that up. We never talk about that. If capitalism's so great, why is it all one big pyramid scheme? When will the 1% ever stop hoarding their wealth and it'll actually trickle down? Imagine all the billionaires came to all the towns and bought out every 99-cent store, every shoe store, whatever, just gave everything away free. Then those businesses take all that money that they're not used to, reinvest it in the store. Sales, deals, we got plenty of money. Shit can just go. So we'll give this for 10% off, 20% off, 30% off, 40% off, 50% off. That in turn can it conditions spending. People spend less money because there's a surplus of it in the businesses, which means they save money while getting the same goods. That in turn creates more economic opportunity for people to save their money while having their basic needs met so they can do other things. Then they're not stressed out about rent. If they're not stressed out about rent, they'll feel good about looking for a job for 30 days instead of worrying about, damn, I gotta take whatever I could get so that way I don't miss my rent or bill payments. Their bill payments are done. All that shit is done. So if all of that is possible, how the fuck are we simping for a system that doesn't allow that? Huh. That's interesting. And it's not hard to grasp that. It's not hard to grasp this rationale in any way whatsoever. But people do. But people fucking do. And then they sit there and they act like it's weird to you that like you're against it. And I'm like, it does nothing for the people. It does nothing for the little people. That mom selling elotes on the corner is never going to be a millionaire, if not a billionaire. So what economic opportunity does she have? She don't speak English. Is that a deterrent? Should she be disqualified from the American dream because she doesn't speak English? Half the people in this country don't speak English. Half the people on earth don't speak English. They speak a whole bunch of languages. Should they all be disqualified? They should work harder. How you gonna work harder if just 60 years ago you wasn't even allowed to vote? You wouldn't even have all the civil rights. Whites was killing. Like, when were they supposed to say, I'm gonna focus on the stock market? When was that supposed to fucking happen? When was that ever supposed to happen? You tell me. So anyway, back to the thread, because that was a whole dissertation off of that. Can't believe I spent 30 minutes on that bullshit. We right now, I'm not sure if it's still like as strong as it was, but we right now are banned from like traveling to other countries due to our COVID spread. So you can't just move if you don't like it. Who the fuck told you could, even if? Who the fuck told you that was a possibility? You know it costs money to renounce your citizenship? You cannot move. You almost really can't even leave the country on a plane or boat. That I know is true. So he said the next chance you get, flipping the U.S. to communism isn't going to work. Never happened. There's less than 1% of you. I didn't even peep that when he wrote it, but that's wrong. That's off. There's well more than 1% of people who would prefer to at least try democratic socialism. If he realized that, I should have just quoted a Fox News poll and been like, then why do 76% of Americans want Medicare for all? That's communism. That's socialism. I guess you were wrong there. Imagine simping for capitalism as hard as this guy when the system clearly doesn't give a fuck whether you have enough money to live on or whether your business survives. Oh, don't shut down. My small business needs it. As if, okay, this is the duality I wanted to talk about earlier, so we'll just lump this into all. Damn, I'm hungry. We'll just lump this all into one big section of content. You are upset at lockdowns because they're hurting small businesses, because they're stopping people from... We're not even going to call these lockdowns. We're calling these heavily suggested government suggestions at this point. You're mad at them for trying to issue a public health order. You're mad at them for issuing a public order. When at the same time, if everything were open, do you think people would be coming into your business willy-nilly? It turns out he owns a t-shirt printing design business, so I'm really befuddled as to who the fuck is walking in saying, can I get a t-shirt? Most of that shit is done online. I don't know how you're not doing that shit online. But who's walking into your business while COVID's spreading? Do you think people are staying at home because the government is telling them to? Because if you think so, I would like to point you to outside. You should look outside. Look outside. These motherfuckers never go outside. That's how I know they're fucking full of shit. But yeah, look outside. People are threatening to kidnap the governors. People are threatening civil war. People are going to march for Trump on January 6th. There's no lockdown procedure telling me you can't go outside. Your business isn't seeing business because people are legitimately afraid of catching COVID. The only way to stop that fear is the vaccination process plus the lessening of the curve, which is skyrocketing to the point where now ICUs are full. So that can't be it. That's not it. Your whole issue is not with the governors choosing lockdowns. It's our willy-nilly attitude towards a virus that can hurt you in the long run, as well as kill you. That's why your business is lacking. But somehow it's the governor's fault. I wonder where he got that rhetoric from. It's your Democratic governors. I wonder where that came from. But y'all don't want to talk about precedents like they're a real fucking thing. Y'all don't want to talk about precedents like a real fucking thing. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's fucking crazy to me that we talk about this and he's arguing with us like we caused it. When you want shit to be open, which is causing the discussion to continue going on. How do you not see the hypocrisy in the choices you're making and how we're ending up there as a whole? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, sounds a lot like, there's literally 1% of people who own all the wealth you never get a shot at making. Sounds a lot like a systemic Stockholm syndrome to me, which is true. I didn't even bring up communism, socialism. He immediately said, "Oh, you don't like lockdown, or you like lockdowns? You must be a communist." Yeah, because I care about the health and well-being of individuals that are not myself. Oh, what a fucking thought, right? All I know is my business is my livelihood. Fuck with it, and I take it very seriously. Maybe you should adapt like a true capitalist. Multiple streams of revenue. You fucked up, not us. I'd hate to see small business vanish and force us to work for the evil corporations. What you're asking for is globalization. The 1% Sanders hate so much. Yeah, that. First, I don't know how you fucking got any of that. That last part, that last line, like, bro, you suck at conversations. Like, you really do. But I'd hate to see small business vanish and force us to work for the evil corporations. And you already see it down there, but we already do that. Like, you'd hate to see small business vanish, but big corporations are eating small businesses. Like, you're lucky you survived, like, the fucking first purge. You're lucky you weren't in a business that could have been easily replaced. Like, you talk about t-shirt printing. Okay, well, a bunch of companies outsource that t-shirt printing to non-labor unions anyway. Non-labor union t-shirt companies anyway. If it's not union made, it's mad cheap. Are you in a union? You own that business, right? You don't have a union with your coworkers because you don't have enough coworkers to have a union. You don't pay that much. You're not on that line. So you're not even a real like capitalist. You kind of just participating and making a couple quick bucks. You could be making $10,000 a month. He's still not fucking like capital. You got a t-shirt printing business. Ooh. Anyway, I didn't bring up communism and socialism, so I'm wondering where he got that from. Yes, I was like, all I know is my business is my livelihood, and fuck with it, and I take it very seriously. Maybe if you adapt, you wouldn't have these issues. I should have said that. I fucking hate being in the heat of the moment and not saying the proper things when I be having these arguments with people. So, I said, it's like you refuse empathy because you know a fact someone will take advantage of you, and yet you defend the evil guy. Like you sitting there smoking crack. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? What the fuck is, look at that. What is wrong with you? Excuse me? Hello? Are you here today? Are you good? Are you fucking good? Like, clearly you're not good. Clearly you're not good. He's So we already work for the core. I don't. I haven't given Amazon a fucking cent. To which I was like, all right, clearly he doesn't know how shit work. Like, your small business could be destroyed in an instant if Bezos was like, yo, we do t-shirt prints. Amazon now does t-shirt prints. Not free t-shirt prints, but super cheap. $250 a design. Your business is done. Like, we'll print it on high quality. You just send us a design. You get a $250 a shirt. Your business is done. If you don't think you work for the course, I didn't even see this comment. Pay close attention to who gets tax breaks versus who gets $600 checks every 9 months. Sis, if you said it, you said it. If you didn't say it, you didn't fucking say it. Sis, and you're saying the thing there. You're saying the thing, and he's saying a lot of things that me no like. Yeah, you guys are fully fledged morons. See, civil discourse, right? I tried it, right? You see, I tried it. Hey, like, come on. I'm trying this civil discourse thing. It's working. I'm talking nicely, right? Use Facebook, you've given money to Amazon. Supplies from a chain, odds are you've given money to Amazon. You cannot get around dealing with Amazon, even if it's a middleman, because they're right now our cheapest Alibaba / option, like right now. Like one way or another, you're running into Amazon as a fucking person. And I refuse to believe that you don't know that. You have to be a small business owner and know, especially in the state of New York, that you've gone through Amazon at some point or another. So he says, you don't even know what you're fighting for anymore. Fuck the 1%. Bow down to the 1%. LOL, good job. Huh? Huh? I don't get it. Huh? Like, what is your problem? And then you sit there, you act like I'm crazy. You sit there and like you act like I'm crazy. Like you act like I'm fucking nuts. Like you act like I'm fucking nuts. You are a business owner. So we're gonna have to go into a little bit of my like past history. Ignore this. But you are a business owner. I handle money across 13 states. This is what I was doing, Department of Ed budgeting. And study this for a living. I still do it. I'm doing it right the fuck now. I don't know why you think I'm some young punk off the streets who wants anarchy, which is what was gonna lead me into this thing there. I'm lucky Bezos doesn't put me out. LOL, I haven't lasted this hard in a minute. Niggas have been put out. I don't said the word. People have been put out by Jeff Bezos, like already, and you laugh. Well, so much for small businesses, right? I thought you was a small business guy. So, like, we had a Senate trial over Jeff Bezos and his actions. We've had interviews with Jeff Bezos. How are you going to deal with this wealth? Oh, I can only do it in space travel. We had a fucking meeting. I forgot who the meeting was about Facebook. Yeah, and the fact that its businesses are predatory. Its business practices are predatory, and predatory oust other tech companies from even having a shot at becoming or growing because they'll just buy them out the moment they get too big. But that's not. I guess that's not real either. So I'm like, holy shit, is this news to you? Pointless conversation. Children. ... Good luck with that communism shit. We advocate for you. This goes back to my the first point I made. I don't get civil discourse. I don't get where shit is supposed to be civil between us. I'm advocating for more government intervention and helping small businesses not lose their income due to the fact that people aren't going outside right now, due to the fact that like COVID's a thing, and somehow you think I'm the bad guy. Somehow you've warped this conversation into me being a child. Excuse me while I heave. Excuse me while I cry. Cause like, yo, no way. No way, son. Are you thinking that deeply about something to have the nerve to reply to me like that? We're gonna do this live now. So he was like pointless conversation, and then people, obviously read it and was like, this guy's crazy. The fact that Sean is stuck on the communism thing while you explain our point pretty clearly makes it think it's a little lagging upstairs. It's a blessing that people trust him to run a business. That's a fact. Oh, look, someone who not only refuses science, but also intelligent conversation. Methinks you can't thunk good. You must be doing some front drugs. You people are the biggest pieces of shit. I put 18 years into my business as a fucking joke to you people. 100% no one said that. Please read what was written, what was typed here, and see where that was said. It's your poisonous... Like, that's a joke. Like, you're sitting here actively saying we need to kill off Americans so that way I can thrive. And that's capitalism in a nutshell. And for some reason, you don't see why people are like, well, that's kind of wrong. If you kill off your customers, you have no business, so you shut down anyway. If some of your workers get COVID, they're not going to come into work, so you don't have workers, so you shut down anyway. You're in a perpetual cycle of self, adulation